Hello everybody, Mintic here. Welcome back to Fallout 3. Those. Cancel that for right now. I want to deliver Lucy's message. Well, first off, look at the world map. Where's Lucy's message going? In the complete opposite direction, in Arfu. Damn, I thought that would continue on the line. Straight to Rivet City. Alright. Never mind. Lucy thing can wait. Guess I'm heading to Rivet City. Adios, sledgehammer. Oh, that's locking onto him. Alright. Rivet City, this way. Gotta find my way out of Grey Ditch, though. Didn't realize how built up and desolate that place is. Let me try getting to it from here. Do you have call place? Keep your weapons holstered or get shot. I think I'll wait on the actual place. I think until I got my bearings, I'm just gonna go around everything. I know you're up there. Well, please be some sort of traitor.
Some news. Not too long ago, I reported that a cat.
Hey, why are you running away? Yeah, there's no reason to run away from me.
What the hell is going on down there? Revolution? Vacation? Somebody fart? Your guess is as good as mine, kiddies. Until next time, this is Three Dog, Ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth.
Nothing like a bunch of bombs going off in the distance to remind you where you are. Still gonna run away from me, Scavenger?
Yeah? I have a few things. May as well sell them to you as cart them all the way back to Megaton.
Good. Man has some caps. See, what all do I want to get rid of? Get rid of some of the junk I've been collecting. Do you have anything worth having? A couple of stim packs. A bobby pin. Yeah, I have a paint gun on me.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. No problem, as long as you're good for it. Take a look.
And did I just buy everything? Let's see. Get rid of some of the map.
A pleasure doing business with you. Nope.
You know what? Just prepare everything for me.
If the
Psycho. You know what? Vodka. Whiskey. Some of that fire ant nectar. Beer. Ain't that good?
Thanks. Bye.
A centaur. Ugly little creatures. A super mutant. Super mutants. I know what I can do. Just sneak right past them. following the water till I make it to Rivet City. Ooh, what's this place? Nowhere. Hop along the rocks. I just need to cross over land a little bit. That looks like a fun area up there. Let's see if I can go around. Oh, there's more super mutants over there. Oh, that reminds me. Shady hat. Yeah. I can see Rivet City from here. Think I'm good. Found Rivet City. Interesting. What's up in here? Whole lot of nothing. There's a beggar.
Please, help.
Hey, Carlos.
I need water. Purified water, please.
Here, have the purified water.
Are you serious? I can't offer anything in exchange, you know. I can just have it. I can just have it? For free?
I insist.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've saved my life. Bless you.
All right.
Welcome to Rivet City. Please wait while the bridge extends.
Hold it right there. State your business in Rivet City.
I'm looking for my father. I'm here to do research on the city's history. I don't answer to you, pal. Oh, I'm just wandering around. Forget it. I'm out of here.
Research, huh? I can't help you there. But you're free to ask around inside. Just don't start any trouble.
Kind of locked. Can you help me?
I suppose.
Where'd Doc lead, lad?
The door on the left goes to the stairwell. From there, just keep heading west.
Okay. Why did all of you decide to live in this ritzy old tub?
We're the safest, most secure city in the wasteland. Nothing can get in here without our say-so.
Do you know about Rivet City?
I don't exactly have time to worry about the history around here, now do I? I've got to worry about what's happening on it now.
Thanks for the help.
Carry on, then.
Oh, this is a nice, bright place.
Nice day, huh?
Oh, hello.
You must be new. I'm Seagrave. If you've got anything you want to unload, stop by my shop, Rivet City Supply.
Anything? Chems, guns? How about parts and junk?
Yep, I'll take it all. One man's junk is another man's treasure.
Do you know where I can get something to drink?
The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck. Oh, I really wouldn't know. I mean, long as I can remember, she's just been here, soaking up all the repairs and attention we can give her. I grabbed a wrench and joined in the reconstruction pretty much first thing out of the womb. But I never really cared about the politics.
Can you think of anyone from back then that might know more?
Last feller I remember from back then was Mr. Pinkerton. And he must have left about a decade ago, after that spat with the science team. He used to have a storage shed in the broken-off bow of the ship. We always thought he was crazy for keeping stuff there. Might have kept a couple records down there, I guess. Careful, though. Ship's a bit treacherous down there in her belly.
Well, what can you tell me about the reconstruction?
Oh, well, the old girl had seen a lot of damage, especially where the Mirelurks used to nest, and where the super mutants kept trying to get in. I guess the mutants and the Myers got so busy fighting each other, it gave us the time we needed to make this place shipshape. Does that tell you what you need to know? Anyway, we're here in Rivet City, and she's in good hands now.
Enough about Rivet City.
Oh, right. I sort of lose track of time talking about the old girl.
I should leave.
See you later.
I'm on duty. Make it quick. Yeah, see you.
Who are you?
Pocatelli.
Got any psycho? I could really use a fix, but I'm broke. I run the chem shop, but I'm broke and can't buy chems.
Why don't you just take them from your shop? Shouldn't take that stuff. It'll kill you.
That's what Cindy says too, but I got the itch. I need it bad.
Why are you guys living on the boat?
It's a place to live, safe from raiders and super mutants. With Dr. Lee on our side, maybe we can even begin to rebuild the world.
I'm trying to find out Rivet City's history. Can you help?
Huh? History? What history? There's no history here, man.
I gotta run, Polly.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh, a Nuka-Cola.
Nice day, huh?
The Mirelurks have been quiet lately. Yes, sir?
Angelia Danley.
She's not very social. Stays in her lab in the stern. She's smart, though. Real smart.
What's it like living on a giant ship?
It's noisy, dark, and smelly. But we're safe here. No super mutants or raiders, and maybe Dr. Lee will find a way to get clean water for us.
Do the men on that ship give you much trouble?
You mean like hitting on me? No. Most of them are polite. Even the ones like Diego that I'd want to flirt with seem to ignore me. Well, one of us is. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't even know I'm there.
Unfortunately, you can't force a man's attention. You're a woman, just attention. Men are such pigs. Forget them.
Especially if he is a priest with a thick skull. Well, I'm not giving up. I just know we're made for each other.
Interesting.
I heard the place was settled by mercenaries who used to scavenge DC, but I don't really know. Yeah.
Let's go now.
See you.
Gary Stanley.
I'm Gary. Gary Staley. If you ever get hungry, stop by Gary's Galley. Perfect timing, then. My galley is in the market at the far end. I'll save you some Mirelurk cakes.
Yummy. I heard your daughter had the crush of Diego.
Yeah, I know. Thank God he's a priest. At least I know nothing's going on between them. Father Clifford would kick him out of the priesthood if he ever found out.
Did you know that Polly Cantelli is an addict?
Yeah, he comes by every night around closing time and tries to get Cindy to let him close up. Thank God she's smarter than that.
You know,
I know a lot of places opened up when they got the hydroponics bay working, but that's hardly the start of it all, is it? Actually, Vera Weatherly might know more. She's always here and talking with folks, so if anyone's picked up a story or two, it'd be her.
Cool. I have to go now.
Yeah, see ya.
Thank God I didn't get stuck in here.
Good to see you.
What time is it? I think it just might be too early for me. Go ahead and play the waiting game for a bit. Make sure everybody's up, out, and about. There we go.
What? What do you want?
James Hargrave. So where's your family?
My mom is probably drunk, and my dad's dead. Is that good enough for you, asshole?
Immigrants died of radiation poisoning last week.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Tammy
Yeah?
Hargrave.
What do you want?
You don't have to be such a bitch. Is that your son running around here? Where can I get a stiff drink?
The Muddy Rudder. Bell waters down the liquor, but it's cheap. It's on the lower deck.
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah, that's James. My own little troublemaking brat. I'd sell him to you if they'd let me. Unless you've got any more personal questions, I'm busy. Yeah? What do you want? Oh, really? My husband ran off and got himself killed and left me to raise his little brat. So don't you tell me how I should or shouldn't be.
She was drinking.
Yeah? What do you want?
Anything open up about that? Nope.
The Muddy
River water.
Thank you.
The ship's water isn't much better. If we don't get fresh water soon...
Haven't run into you before. You probably wouldn't remember me anyway. I'm Mr. Lopez.
Well, why wouldn't I remember you?
Nobody does. I'm not very memorable. Don't worry. It won't be a problem for much longer. It was so
Don't mind
noisy
me.
last night, I could hardly
Ominous.
sleep.
May Wong?
Stay away from me. What do you want? Are you one of them?
Yes, I'm one of them. Have been for years. I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you so scared of? Lady, you're nuts.
I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I used to be a slave. I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me.
Don't worry, I would never turn in a runaway slave until you're on a cake day. Now I understand. Hey, it's none of my business. Let the past be the past.
Really? Oh, thank you. Can you help me? I've been so worried with him around. I can hardly sleep at night.
You're 25 cap, maybe you can buy yourself a gun. Let me think about it. You're on your own.
Thank you. I'll go to Flak and Shrapnel's just before closing. I don't have anything to give you, but I think I can trust you with a secret. If you ever go up north, there is a secret slave hideout called Temple of the Union. You might find them useful.
Wait.
Maybe a quick fix or
Interesting.
something.
Ted Strayer, you can chill with me if you want, dude.
Do you actually do anything here in Rivet City? You seem pretty relaxed. I know you're type, you're a freeloader and a waste of breath.
No point in getting all worked up. I get 3 squares, I got a place to crash, and nothing's trying to eat me.
Can I ask you about Rivet City's history?
Dude, I only just got here myself. Ain't nothing I could tell you.
See you later, Ted.
Dude.
That will help you sleep. Sydney's got all kinds of good chems.
Broken terminal. That's a broken terminal,
I'll try
alright.
that.
Hey.
Hey.
Polly. A big room. Well, hell, he has a whole bunch of stuff in here.
Don't you look where you're going?
Father Clifford.
I am Father Clifford of St. Monica's Church.
Who's St. Monica?
She is the patron saint of lost children. Very popular among the faithful of Rivet City. I'm surprised you've never heard of her. If you want to hear her story, it will be the topic of my sermon on Sunday. Services begin at 8 a.m. You should come.
You're a priest?
Yes, my flock is all of Rivet City. You should come to services this Sunday. I'll be telling the tale of St. Monica.
I'd like to make a donation.
You would? I mean, certainly. We humbly accept whatever you can spare. However, St. Monica looks most favorably on donations of 100 caps or more.
Alright, let's do it.
A most generous offer. God bless you.
I think Mr. Lopez is suicidal.
Yes, I know. I've been counseling him for some time now. He used to go stand on the observation balcony all afternoon. He's down to only an hour or so at 3 o'clock.
Interesting. Do you know anything about the
Oh,
history?
it's not the past of the city that I dwell upon, but the future of its inhabitants. But if you're interested, I believe Miss Weatherly or Mr. Bannon would be glad to speak with you on the subject.
I need to go, Father.
St. Monica bless you.
Interesting. What's this way? Whose room is this? Oh, science lab.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes, yes, yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
Morning.
Interesting.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
That depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Missing property? What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, We've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Sounds like slavery to me. You sure they don't wander off on purpose? Interesting, but what they got to do with me exactly?
You're helping me retrieve this android, aren't you? I've tracked him this far. He's out there somewhere, in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'll be compensated for my services, right? I'm not sure how it is up north, but around here we get paid for work. Tell me, Zimmer, is your wallet big in your mouth?
Of course! I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Sure. I'll look into finding your android for you.
Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
I need to know more about what I'm dealing with. What is an android exactly?
Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically.
So any suggestion for finding this android?
Like I said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
This android wander off. Why would he want a new mind and face?
Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life, wipe away all memory, all guilt, trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story.
I wanted an android feel guilt. Come on, Zimmerman. What aren't you telling me?
By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped. It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now?
Okay, so if others have a gate, why are you coming after this one?
This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. But A321? It will take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable.
So tell me about the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished.
Do you know they had to
Looks to me like a giant boat ran aground and a bunch of savages moved in. History lesson over.
Lovely. I have to go now.
Of course you do.
Morning.
Lay a hand on Dr. Zimmer and I'll snap your neck like a chicken bone.
All delightful people. Foot of a man named Simpson.
Zimmer, by the time you get this message, I'll already be gone. I'm escaping the Commonwealth. I want to live my own life on my own terms, as my own man. I know what you're thinking, that I'm malfunctioning. I used to think that's what caused the runaways too. But I know better now. Self-determination is not a malfunction. I'm not just willing to put up with all the bullshit anymore. You humans are going to have a full-fledged rebellion on your hands if you don't start treating us synths as persons. I know you'll be marshaling the Retention Bureau to come after me, but I know all the tricks of the trade.
Thank you,
You won't be
Barza.
finding me, I assure you. By the time you get this, I will be someone else. It's the price I pay for my liberation. My final act of rebellion against a system I no longer believe in. Goodbye, Zimmer, and good riddance.
What do you need?
Looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it?
What do you know about Zimmer?
He's from up north. He was bragging about how great it is up there. Yeah, great. They can't even keep tabs on their robots.
Did Dr. Lee F. Martin think that she is?
She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here. Though, that's not saying much.
Can I get a drink around here? Preferably somewhere clean.
The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck.
See you later.
Bye.
I'm Janice Kaplinsky, chief botanist. What do you need?
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen
I
him?
did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it.
What do you know about
Other than
Zimmer,
him
man?
being an egotistical, arrogant, condescending pain in the ass, nothing. He's from the Commonwealth. He's come looking for some special robot. I must admit I'm rather curious, but I have other work to do.
Know anything about Rivet City?
If it hasn't got to do with the science quarters, I'm probably not the one to ask. And Dr. Lee's so busy, you really shouldn't disturb her work.
Farewell.
So long.
Please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
What do you do around
I
here?
help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I am no scientist. I just help with the heavy things. Please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
What do you want? Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Wait, how do you know who I am? Have we met? You know my father? Have you seen him?
Well, yes, of course I do. Don't you know who I am? I suppose James never told you. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your father many years ago. Your mother as well, in fact. You'll have to forgive me, this has all been very stressful. What with your father suddenly showing up here after being gone for so long. You have to understand that we put all of that behind us. Project Purity, our work, all of it. We've moved on, even if your father hasn't.
I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
This isn't about me. This is about my father. Now, where is he? Let the vault look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
I'm sorry. Could you please tell me where he's gone?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
What the old lab?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
Cool.
The last I knew, he was headed back to the lab at Project Purity in the old Jefferson Memorial Building. I still say it's dangerous, and he shouldn't have risked it. That's all I know.
Can you tell me more about
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again.
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Why did my mother die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could. You weren't prepared. My mother dead. Whatever. I never knew her anyway.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Talk about something else.
Okay. What do you want to know? Okay.
Is there any way you can help me out?
Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors, or you're chasing after him. I'm sorry.
Come on. Isn't there anything you can do to help?
I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you.
I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now.
Tell me about the project you worked on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What was the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down. We understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Why did you stop working on it? What happened?
You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
Talk about something else.
Okay.
What is this lab? What are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
What do you know about Zimmer?
That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team.
What kind of place is this Rivet City?
Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again.
What do you know about the city's history?
I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days.
I have to go now.
Good luck finding your father.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff. What the place? Ah, this is what 8th day. Who are you?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Fair enough. Welcome to the Capital Preservation Society. Information, feel free to browse our collection. Ooh. Bunch of artifacts. Interesting. No one here, though. Abraham Washington? It's a hell of a name.
Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history.
Yes, it's an interesting collection indeed. It's an interesting collection of garbage. Oh, good. I was looking for some kindling.
Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection.
All right, I'll buy it. Which document is missing? Who cares? What's missing is my ability to stay awake and or
In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence.
If you want me to retrieve the Declaration, all you have to do with that. Let me take a leap of faith here. You want me to find it for you. What's your point?
Indeed I do. Without the Declaration, the rest of these relics are almost meaningless. I must have it. Acquire the document for me, and you'll be awarded most handsomely. What do you think?
I'd love to be a part of history and bring you the Declaration.
Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives.
Well, I've looked around a bit. A few questions about the Declaration.
Oh? And have you come to any conclusions? Ah. Each...
Alright, I have a few questions about
Please
the
ask then. After all, knowledge is power.
All this info on the Declaration, where'd you get it? I don't like secrets.
Well, this is quite embarrassing, actually. I sent someone like yourself after the Declaration. She did some of the research for me, but now I haven't seen her in a few months. I wouldn't worry about it. Many have died for causes far less grand than what you're about to undertake.
What did the Declaration of Independence look like?
A piece of what was called parchment, Sort of a thick paper. Has faded handwritten writing all over it. It's no more than 2.5 feet tall and 2 feet wide. If you find it, you should be able to roll it up carefully.
What's the trip on the document?
On July the 4th in 1776, a group calling themselves the Second Judgmental Congress got together at Fort McHenry in Maryland. After a ceremony which ended with Paul Revere singing the famous battle hymn known as the National Anthem, the document was signed. From there, it was sent to England by plane, presumably, and presented to King George himself. Thus began the Evolutionary War.
Interesting.
Certainly.
Can you show me how to get to the National Archives on my map?
In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location
so
for you.
there's the trouble. Do you know the history of Rivet City?
It's funny now that you ask. I can tell you all about the capital, but I really haven't got any idea about Rivet City itself. I can't see how important it is compared to the capital's history, but maybe Bannon might know something. He's in the governing council, after all.
All right, I have to go now.
Be careful. The archives are infested with who knows what.
Well, apparently super mutant, I hear. Today's Sunday. Oh, today's third day. Hey, Diego.
I'm Diego, the acolyte for St. Monica's.
Who did St. Monica?
St. Monica saved her own son's soul from eternal damnation. She is now the patron saint of lost children for the faithful everywhere. You really should come to church on Sunday mornings. The sermon will be all about St. Monica.
At a church in Rivet City?
Oh, yes. Father Clifford conducts services every Sunday morning. You should come.
If you're the acolyte, who's the priest?
Father Clifford. The sanctuary is in the ship's fore on the upper deck. The good father holds services every Sunday morning.
I hear Angela had a crush on you.
What are you talking about? I'm a man of the cloth. Well, I will be as soon as Father Clifford... Never mind. It doesn't matter what Angela thinks. Soon I will take vows of chastity.
You'll follow the path up a chant that love with Angela. If you don't stop seeing her, I'll tell Father Clifford about it. Okay, I believe you. I'm just curious about it.
Father Clifford says she is my trial, my temptation. I must choose between her and the church. I have chosen the church.
As you wish.
I heard tell the place used to be run by raiders until someone cleared the whole place out. But I don't really know for sure.
Bye, Diego.
God bless you.
It's locked for a reason. Don't get any ideas. This place won't clean itself. That's my job.
All right. Down to the market area. Brock.
Don't tell me your problems.
Okay. Flack.
This here is Flack and Shrapnel's gun shop. Pretty catchy, huh? Take a look around. If you see anything you like, I'll be right over here.
Are you afraid someone will use your own gun to rob you? They did quite a selection, but they're all loudly in condition. Can I see what kind of guns you have for sale?
Here, in Rivet City, I'm packing, and most of the rest of these guys are packing. Not to mention security.
Is there anywhere I can get a drink on this tab?
Try the Muddy Rudder. They don't ask too many questions down on the lower deck.
Did you know that poly that.
Yeah, he's totally strung out. It's gonna kill him one of these days.
Can I see what kind of gun
Need to do some killing, eh?
Let me see what you have. Oh yeah, the fat man. A combat shotgun. Silent. 27. How much did the combat do? Combat armor. Would definitely help. Ammunition would definitely help. Okay, 56. 556. Alright.
Another satisfied customer.
Know anything about the history?
Fred, I can't help you, pal. Been here for years, but all I know about the history is that it's a safe place to settle down. Maybe Bannon can help you out. He sure acts like he knows it all. If you need more ammo, this is where to get it.
Potomac attire.
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city council member. I carry discriminating attire for discriminating customers.
It's you also a person of refinement.
Between you and me, keeping out the riffraff is good for business.
So, you're on city council?
Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential, if you know what I mean. Far more than Seagrave Holmes.
Seagrave? Oh yeah, he's clueless.
So you've met him, eh? Well, he wants to replace me on the council. Now, I can't have that. No siree. He's a shady character. I just can't prove it. If someone were to find something incriminating in his room, well, let's just say I would be very appreciative. Disgusting, isn't it? Someone should talk to that boy. He has no business hanging around that tramp if he's going to be a priest. Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave?
Has Rivet City been around for longer than 12 years?
Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie.
It's been a pleasure, Mr. Bannon.
Come back soon.
All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this one right here. Thank you everybody for watching, and I can't wait to see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye now.